Voozanoo is a set of configurable modules used to create information systems to manage health programs in the areas of disease surveillance, prevention and screening, laboratory management, research studies, and medical records. With its modular approach, Voozanoo allows for the optimization and extension of an information system without interfering with other parts of the system that are not involved. The great advantage with Voozanoo is that it allows the owner to take control of their information system to modify and expand it without the aid of an Epiconcept technician. Between the controls available in the application logic settings and the configuration of each user screen via the editor, the customer has extensive control on how the application works and how it evolves. The editor. Let's begin with the Epicraft editor, a collaborative web application. This module lets a team create the structure and design of the application's various screens as needed, variable by variable. They can modify pages collaboratively, leave comments for each other, or work offline if needed. The team creating the application can create simple forms or complex relational forms, which include field input constraints, selective display of groups or questions, calculated variables, reference databases, such as a list of drugs, as well as all of the workflow concepts that result in a system which reacts differently based on the role of the user currently logged in. Next, we'll take a look at the heart of the Voozanoo information system, the application logic and data storage. Voozanoo systems are built on the world's most widely used and trusted database, MySQL. Not only can one view the database contents through table listings and filters or by exporting the data, but also one finds here the monitoring of every single transaction that has taken place within the database. In other words, a record of who created, modified, or deleted what data and at what hour, minute, and day. The most important part here of your Voozanoo application is the ability to create groups of users and assign them different roles. Some may be simple data entry roles, others just data listing roles, and some others as administrators whom they themselves can add and administer different roles on the system. Moving on, with the information system that is developed with the editor and configured in the system's back end, we need to make sure we can easily get information into the system. The standard and most typical method of getting information into a system is via a web navigator application such as Firefox. But what if your real-world situation is such that there's not an internet connection? Here is where the use of a tablet or a mobile phone comes in handy. A user can enter information into an Apple iOS device or an Android device, and when a connection is later established with the internet, all of the collected data gets sent to the database. How else might data be entered into the system? The Internet of Things, known as IoT, is producing data from connected objects such as personal wearable devices and remote outdoor measurement instruments, among other things. These data can then be fed into your database. Laboratory machines that analyze blood or other samples have also been used as direct input devices to Voozanoo applications. Finally, as other methods of data entry develop, these too will be added to the Voozanoo system. OCR DMS. This module is the optical character recognition and document management system which is used for scanning filled-in paper forms to have their contents go directly into the Voozanoo application's database. This eliminates the tedious work of entering all the form's contents by hand. Mail merge. The mail merge module is, despite our digitized world, the module that allows individualized database information to be put into mass mailings on paper to be sent via the post office for individuals' health results, reports, or as reminders for setting up visits. The Secure File Exchange module known as EpiFiles is a way for health professionals to exchange files securely using a certified personal health data hosting service. Further, it can be used as a way for different applications to communicate among themselves by dropping off and picking up files. For this, of course, there needs to be an intelligent actor that follows a set script of where to dispatch what. That's Buddy, the bulk dispatcher, that follows a script of actions allowing applications to share data files through the EpiFiles module. Data analysis platform, reporting, and cartography. Next, what good is all this information if it cannot be retrieved and synthesized to help you make better decisions? The stats module has two main functions, the CPU-intensive analysis and statistical calculations on the one hand, and on the other, reporting, and cartography. Seeing the right list of numbers, the right time series, or the right colored map can make all the difference in understanding what the data is trying to tell us. And finally, as may be needed, Epiconcept can create other modules to treat new situations the current modules are not well adapted to. To recap, Voozanoo is a set of configurable modules used to create information systems to manage health programs in the areas of disease surveillance, prevention and screening, laboratory management, research studies, and medical records. It's made up of the editor to create the system, the application logic for storing the data and managing users' roles and rights, the data input interfaces allowing data from multiple sources to get into your database, and finally the output modules which allow synthesized information to be given to the end user on paper, by computer download, as a statistical chart or calculation, or as cartographic data. This is the Voozanoo framework.